going on, Jerome's Minnesota Vikings need to add a little bit of size and a little bit of spice to the to the interior offensive line, namely, I don't know, just a complete overhaul on the interior. And the Vikings, of course, can hammer things in free agency, talk about Trey Smith, talk about Mekhi Becton, talk about lots of people. But what if I told you there's a small school standout that was rising up draft boards just like every single year? At the Senior Bowl, there's a small school guy that rises up and catches the imagination of the draft community and then gets drafted in the mid-rounds and then goes on to a great career. Quinn Meinerz, UW-Whitewater a couple years ago, and now enter NDSU offensive lineman Grey Zabel. And I honestly think that Zabel has a chance to really make his mark in this draft process. He's going to have a great Senior Bowl week, already off to a great start, as well as the combine. And I think he could find himself at the top of day 2, maybe even sneak into the back end of round 1, mainly because of the mustache. I feel like Zabel's really setting the tone here, and the Vikings offensive line needs to look like super troopers. Like, I want Darisaw and O'Neal to have this mustache. Walter Rouse, mustache. Trey Smith, mustache. That's it, man. But Zabel has really stepped up and shown out. The former NDSU Bison is really turning a lot of heads down there at Mobile. Our guy Jordan Reed, ESPN. Most impressive player today on either team was North Dakota State offensive lineman Grey Zabel. Played every spot up front. Strong anchor, powerful hands, exceptional practice today. Woo! Love to see that. Trevor Sikkema, Tampa Bay Trey. Couldn't have been more impressed with NDSU football offensive lineman Grey Zabel in the Senior Bowl, one-on-ones, 3 different positions, center, left guard, right guard. Strong case for interior offensive line 1 in this draft and a top 50 pick. That's saying a lot. It's not a strong guard class per se, unless you factor in a lot of these tackles could reduce inside to guard. So we'll see. I mean, could Zabel be the first guard off the board? I don't know. Donovan Jackson's pretty damn solid. Booker's pretty damn good as well, so probably not, but you never know, right? Dave Brugler. Grey Zabel has been dominant during 1-versus-1s, and he's doing that left guard, right guard, center. Grip strength, stay square, finish on repeat. And just to make sure that this wasn't, the flavor of the month and a little bit of groupthink, Daniel Jeremiah independently before the Senior Bowl had him in his top 50 prospects at number 48. This is what he wrote about Zabel. Zabel is a versatile offensive lineman with excellent toughness and awareness, which is good. He lined up at left tackle in 2024, but has played 4 offensive line positions during his collegiate career. I believe he's best suited to play guard at the next level. In pass pro, he has quick feet, stays square, and absorbs rushers. His lack of length shows up on the perimeter. He allows defenders to capture his chest, which is a great line with Valentine's Day coming up. Girl captured my chest because I have short arms. That's why they reduced me inside the guard, because I can't clang a bang outside a tackle. But he still possesses the core strength and balance to stall their push. He shows the savvy to snatch rushers when they get overextended. I love his ability to fit up and drive defenders in the run game. He has great feel on combo blocks and is always looks to finish. Also with Valentine's Day coming up, he has a nasty playing style, which is what the Vikings need. You know what I mean? O'Neal is out there. Darisaw is more quiet and just completely dominates. But I'm not saying we need a Richie Incognito, but just like shades of Richie Incognito. Yeah. But he also with Valentine's Day now. But he doesn't get caught off balance. Overall, I see Zabel as a day 1 starter at guard. Woo! Something you love to see. And Zabel, 23 years young, 6'6", 305, 3-year starter for the Bison. Experience at all 5 offensive line spots. Did have a sprinkle of some center snaps a couple of years ago, but his entire 2024 season was at left tackle for the national champion NDSU Bison. 93.1 PFF grade. Will move inside at the NFL level, and center might be his best position. I think just given his high football IQ, his leadership, his prowess, will be able to call offensive call all protections up front, and we'll be able to get some damn things going. Plus, I feel like we should just be given Zabel as a territorial pick because he was born and raised in Pierce, South Dakota, and Fargo is basically Minnesota. So I feel like that's definitely Vikings territory, right? And just given the Vikings needing of toughness on the interior as well as just guys that get after things, I think Zabel definitely could be someone who rises all up there. Now, is 24 a little bit too spicy for him? At this point in time, you never know, because the draft boards are very nebulous, and also the Vikings hammering things in free agency will greatly shift how their big board looks like. But Zabel's a stud. He's going to be a stud, and he's going to impress more and more. At Combine, he's going to test phenomenal as well. So I think that he could find his way in the back end of the first round, or if the Vikings are able to trade down from 24 into the top end of round 2, get some more picks. He certainly would be a target there. And a lot of it is he's kind of like Graham Barton last year, the Duke left tackle who reduced inside to center for the Buccaneers, first round pick, as well as it's kind of a lot like Joe Thuney. Joe Thuney was a left tackle. I think it was Kent State. Might have been Akron, but like a small MAC school, and then he goes to the Patriots, becomes a guard, and becomes one of the best guards in the National Football League. I truly believe that Zabel could follow that similar path, mainly because of the mustache. Yeah. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings need to draft NDSU Senior Bowl standout offensive lineman Grey Zabel. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You have to do. Skol production value.